It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it.
Fall on these two. Hey, 57, color, 57, return.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out right at the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Graves. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them
going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw,
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. That's complete. It's Okurebunom. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Albert Okurebunom. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off play action. Mitchell. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. So on 4th down, the Broncos send Corliss Waitman out to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Baron Browning coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's...
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
He finds his man, complete. It's Fox. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
Completes this one to Thornton. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mixing up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
They'll get that complete to Albert O.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Here's a give to Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Albert O, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The pass there complete to Sutton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Mitchell. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Steps away to his left. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
4 sacks and a safety already. If you gave your coach those numbers in an entire game, he'd be ecstatic. Getting that type of production in less than a half of football, that goes beyond anything they expected coming in.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Well, these two teams, they met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fox. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Mitchell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
One thing you like to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Evans, the man in motion left. Mitchell now on 3rd down. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he missed it. It's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So if you factor the safety, this is going to be a 5-point swing all told.
And if you're winning, I think you say, fine by me. We'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say, we let a good opportunity get away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Mitchell. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot, and here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He finds his man, complete. It's Fox. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Back to throw. Mitchell. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Second and 2.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Being chased out left.
Looking for Mixon this time. He's got him on the crossing route.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Mitchell looking to throw on second down. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the third quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw is Mitchell. To throw on second down. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Yellow.
Back to Mixon on first down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Hey, Ripley, Ripley.
He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag, and he'll throw it out there. So Mike Tomlin correct in his assessment to throw the flag there.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Mixon, and he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. Mitchell. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Mitchell from the gun, he'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Fox. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. Well, he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now Mitchell to throw on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his man, Thornton. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Mixon is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. And they'll indeed take a knee. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. And they take a knee. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on in that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.